Have you ever wondered what guild receptionists do once they're off the clock, or what they do when people can't beat a dungeon boss? Well, this book answers those questions. Elena Clover thought being a receptionist for the Adventurers Guild would be her ticket to a good life, but her dream gig turns into an overtime nightmare whenever adventurers get stuck clearing a dungeon. To save her from paperwork, Elena turns to the simplest solution at hand, beating down the monsters herself. A mysterious adventurer shows up out of nowhere, soloing the boss, then disappearing without taking credit. Is bound to create rumors, and Elena's treasured job forbids side hustles. So there might be trouble when the leaders of the Silver Sword Party discovers her secret. So you follow our home girl here, Elena. She's a simple woman. She just wants a good job, good benefits, stable income, like to be able to get a house of her own, just to sit back, relax, work a 9-to-5 job. But there is a problem. When adventurers get stuck on dungeons, she gets overloaded with overtime and paperwork because she's one of the younger ones there. The seniors push off their paperwork onto her, and it's just a never-ending nightmare. So at the beginning of this manga, you follow Miss Clover. Like I said, she's just a standard guild receptionist, just doing it day by day, but she is overloaded, overworked, because the current dungeon progress has been halted. So the increase for monster quests is going out the roof, which means she's going and spending too much time at night working on paperwork instead of relaxing, having a drink, having a good time, making memories for herself, giving that like youthfulness and that job security that she wants. And because of all that, it's being pushed on her, like I said. There's something I do want to note here, that there's a class system here for licenses. So if you have a second class license, it allows you to take on a dungeon boss with a party of 4. But if you have a first class license, which is super rare, hardly anyone ever has, you can go and solo the boss if you want by yourself. And basically, the big macho party, Silver Sword, struggled with this dungeon boss. Like, they couldn't beat it. They looked at it, studied it, and they said, all right, fine, it's time. We're gonna go ahead and take on this dungeon boss. Well, Elena, she said, you know, they're taking too long. It's the middle of the night. I have time. I'm gonna rush off and I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this. I'm gonna do it myself. So she gets on his cloak, takes on her second, like, alternative identity, her side hustle, which is illegal to the guild, and then she goes off, and then she pretty much solos this boss. Like, it's beyond like belief. She literally just summons a giant hammer and smashes him down like nonstop, to which she developed the name of the Executioner. There are rumors that are spread throughout the new coming adventurers and even the seniors that whenever we are in trouble, the Executioner will randomly show up and just clear out the dungeon. Never take credit, never take any items, just go ahead and clear out the dungeon, all for namesake. No physical or monetary gain. So after the Executioner went ahead and cleared this dungeon boss, a month later or so, basically Elena has been freaking out because she realized that the leader of Silver Sword, Jade, he basically figured out that it might be her, but he is going to constant search for the Executioner because he wants them to join the party. And it's because one of their party members had to be replaced because the Executioner hurt their pride as a tank, and they went into retirement because their pride was so hurt. So Jade wants that replacement, the Executioner, to take the place of that party member. So he spends all this time searching, spends about a chapter searching. Then he realizes, after contemplating, that Elena is the Executioner. And by the way, it was by pure chance, because he caught a side glimpse of her in the dungeon as she was leaving, and he was passing by her on the road. He just happened to get the same glance. That's when he realized, wait a minute, you're the Executioner. And from there, he basically harasses her, wanting her to join the Silver Party. Join Silver Sword. Wants them to be part of it. Wants her to be part of this thing. And because of this basically obsession, I'll say, with Elena that Jade has with her trying to join, he's not outright saying, hey, you're the Executioner, join me. He just keeps spending more time and wanting to talk with her, which is making the other guild receptionists jealous because Jade's like the hottie. He's like the, how would I say it? Like the Troy guy from High School Musical, the hottie, the main guy. Yeah, he's kind of like that in this world. And a lot of people are jealous that this plain good looking girl is getting all the attention of this super bad hottie. So at one point, Elena's just like, you know, fine, let's go talk in the alley. And to which she almost murders him, and she threatens him. If you keep bothering me, I will kill you without hesitation. I will let nothing stand in my way of enjoying my peaceful, steady job. This is what I want to do. I don't want to adventure, but I do this because people like you can't finish the job. So leave me alone. Which he kind of gets the point, but he still goes on and harasses her. Well, I say harasses. He's being persistent. He's not really harassing. He's just going, hey, how you doing? Every day. And trying to convince her in his own little weird way. So after a couple months of just getting things done, begging Elena, you know, going on through day by day, there's this guy that comes in, Slay Ghost. He basically tries to show his ass, and he goes in and demands this hidden quest. Well, these hidden quests are supposedly quests that normal adventurers can't handle, so the guild keeps him to the side for like the best of the best, and he's a first-rate adventurer, so he goes in there demanding it. He knows what he wants. He said, I know how good I am. I know what I deserve. And basically Alina goes, this doesn't exist. Leave the new guild receptionist alone. Talk to me. And basically denounces all these rumors. And the rumors were announced or made between adventurers to build up hype, to make competition, to make people be better, you know, and chance to get these said rumored quests. Well, after getting super pissed off, Slay Ghost was about to punch Alina in the face, which she could have stopped him and took care of him, but, you know, don't want to give up the side hustle. That's when Jade comes in and stops him from punching her in the face. And then Slay Ghost gets really pissed off and walks off. And, you know, Alina does begrudgingly thank him, and then, you know, business goes back as normal. Slay Ghost being pissed off because Jade basically put him in his place, and that Silver Sword once again was the hot shot and everyone wants to talk about him. He's going through town pissed, mumbling himself. Then he sees this raid boss being brought in that was secured and taken care of by a bunch of adventurers. So he decides to release it in town and cause havoc. Well, that's when Jade of Silver Sword ends up trying to save as many people as he can and solos this raid boss for as long as he possibly could. Well, that's when Alina comes in, and the only reason why she came in, by the way, is because that raid boss threw a rock and destroyed half of her house. Like, the roof is caved in, her bed is gone. Like, she is pissed off. He destroyed her paradise that she's still paying on a 30-year mortgage, by the way, which I thought was hilarious that they brought that up. So she takes the cloak of the executioner, comes in and just destroys this, and then tries to run away because, you know, destroying the peace kind of destroys, you know, her happiness. And to which Slay Ghost tries to take on the executioner and then passes out when the hammer is literally this close to smashing his head in. It's a very good, funny fight. Overall, very funny. I'm really curious on how this is going to go. This is going on my basically my pull list for my manga, which is slowly starting to build back up over time, and didn't really plan on that. But the art in here is pretty good. It reminds me of Konosuba a lot, from the animations that her face gives, like this one right here, to how the characters interact with each other, how they interact with society, how they deal with things, to how the situations pop up, and how they basically handle it. It gives me that Konosuba vibe. I love the animation that they do essentially with the characters. You can tell how they really get their emotions across. The action's pretty good. You see Jade holding his own and actually like being beaten down as the panels go on, which is fantastic. And I love the fact that it's just this normal everyday girl just wants to live her life, and then these people won't let her, so she has to take matters into her own hand. I find this very funny. I find it intuitive. It's not an isekai. It's just a person in the fantasy world just trying to live her best life. So let me know what you guys think. I think this is a hilarious manga. I think it's really joyful and pretty good. So let me know what you guys think. I got more manga reviews. The next one after this is going to be about the MTG manga, which is fantastic. I love the idea of it. So stick around. Hope to see you guys next time. And until then, I will see you all later. Bye-bye.